I came home from a long day at the site, my truck kicking up dust on the quiet streets of Willow Creek, a sleepy little town in upstate New York. It was early fall 2023, leaves just starting to turn, and all I wanted was a cold beer and dinner with my wife, Sophia. But the second I pushed open the kitchen door, my world shattered. There she was, crumpled on the linoleum floor, her right arm twisted at a grotesque angle, face pale as a ghost. Blood trickled from a split lip, and she was gasping through the pain. "Michael," she whispered, eyes wide with shock. They said it was a warning for digging too deep into the association fees. Those bastards had dressed like official neighborhood association enforcers, badges gleaming under our porch light, claiming Sophia had breached community guidelines by questioning the board's finances. They snapped her arm like it was a dry twig, a brutal message to shut her up about the money trail she'd been chasing. But what they didn't know was that I had family who didn't play by neighborhood rules, rough and tumble cousins from my mom's side, riders in a motorcycle club called the Thunderhawks. One phone call later, and the calm facade of Willow Creek was about to crack wide open, exposing secrets buried deeper than anyone imagined. Let me rewind a bit to how this nightmare kicked off. Sophia wasn't just any homemaker. She was a sharp-as-a-tack ex-district attorney who traded courtrooms for a thriving online law blog. With over 500,000 followers tuning in for her takes on everyday injustices and corporate sleaze, she had real pull. People trusted her because she knew the system inside out. Trouble started when our local neighborhood association dues skyrocketed 400% in 2 years, jumping from $150 a month to a whopping $600. Folks were furious, bills piling up while the board mumbled about essential upgrades. What upgrades? A fancy community fountain that looked like it cost peanuts? Sophia got bombarded with emails from neighbors in Willow Creek, all venting about the hikes and the stonewalling from Victoria Harrington, our association president. Victoria was the picture of polished suburbia widow in her 50s, always in designer outfits, hosting bake sales and enforcing yard rules with an iron fist. Question her, and she'd make you feel like a traitor to the American dream. But Sophia? She didn't back down from bullies in suits or pearls. She started poring over the association's books, and that's when she roped me in. I'm a structural engineer, so when she showed me invoices for a $4.2 million heritage fountain project, I nearly laughed. That thing was basic concrete and pumps $15,000 tops. The numbers screamed fraud. Sophia fired off a blog post called "Vanished Millions. Where's our money going?" It exploded online, racking up 250,000 hits overnight. Comments flooded in with tales from across the country: shady deals, overpriced repairs, board members living like kings on dues meant for pothole fixes. It was like she'd uncovered a nationwide scam hidden in plain sight. Victoria didn't take it lying down. Instead of transparency, she lawyered up, slapping Sophia with a nasty cease and desist for slander. But Sophia knew her rights. Public records weren't defamation. She doubled down, tracing dummy corporations like Willow Enhancement Partners and Creek Infrastructure LLC, all funneling cash that vanished into thin air. The harassment ramped up fast, and signed letters threatened IRS audits on her blog earnings. Bogus court papers showed up, promising lawsuits to bleed us dry. Someone even poisoned her sponsors with lies about her spreading fake news on upstanding leaders. But each threat just fueled Sophia's fire. She saw it as proof she was onto something huge. When she vowed on her blog to expose it all, no matter the cost, I spotted real fear in Victoria's eyes at the next town hall. This wasn't some hobby blogger anymore. Sophia had experts tipping her off, from accountants to FBI retirees versed in local graft. Looking back, that's when Victoria crossed into the danger zone. Lawsuits flopped because Sophia was too savvy. Social shaming backfired as her following swelled. Even money squeezes failed. Her blog was booming from the buzz. So Victoria went primal, hiring muscle to deliver a personal blow. Warning signs were everywhere. Her jittery rants at meetings, convoluted excuses for spending, new goons hovering like shadows. She muttered about disruptors learning consequences, but we were too buried in spreadsheets to see the red flags waving. It happened on a crisp Wednesday morning in October. Sophia was typing away in her home office when a knock echoed. Through the doorbell cam, a guy in a crisp uniform clipboard, Badge looked like a legit code inspector. She opened up, ever the professional, but he forced his way in, claiming authority over harmony violations tied to her posts. His name? Victor Kane, we learned later. Sophia demanded credentials, a warrant, even snapped pics on her phone. But Victor wasn't there for debate. He grabbed her arm, twisting with expert cruelty. The crack of bone echoed like gunfire. I was in the basement tinkering with tools when her muffled cry pierced the air raw, terrified. By the time I bolted upstairs, he was gone, leaving her in agony with a snarled warning. Next time, the association won't be so gentle. The ER dash was hell. Sophia fading in and out, shock setting in. Docs confirmed it. Deliberate snap for max pain, months of rehab ahead. Police took statements, but with Victor vanishing and his badge a pro forgery, it was a dead end. Random assault, they said, but we knew better. Victoria had gone rogue, and badges couldn't touch her. That's when I dialed my cousin Jake, Bear Sullivan. A towering ex-cop turned Thunderhawks leader, Jake had left the force amid whispers, but commanded respect like gravity. Bear, I said, voice shaking, they hurt Sophia bad. Fake enforcers broke her arm over association crap. I need the kind of help courts can't give. His reply was steel. On our way, bro. Nobody messes with blood. 20 minutes later, a dozen Harleys thundered into the hospital lot, shaking windows. Leather-clad kin stormed in me family, dropping everything. Jake eyed Sophia's cast, rage simmering. He flipped Victor's dropped badge, spotting the fake in seconds. This is pro work, he growled. Hired thug. We're digging deep. Enter Alex, Shadow Sullivan, Jake's tech whiz brother, clean cut, more hacker than hog rider, ex-government analyst gone rogue. Within hours, Alex pulled hospital cams, ran facial rec. Victor Kane, ex-merc with a rap sheet for anonymous gigs. But the bomb dropped when Alex traced payments $30,000 in crypto straight from Victoria's accounts. Then, patterns emerged, spikes around the vanishing of reporter Ryan Thompson 16 months back. Ryan had been probing association scams, his last ping at Victoria's estate. Alex unearthed his unpublished draft, Suburban Laundering, millions stolen in plain sight, naming Victoria's shells. She didn't just steal, Jake said, voice low and lethal. She killed to cover it. Buried him under that damn fountain, I'll bet. The room froze. This was murder, not mischief. Jake rallied the club. Unanimous vote for justice, not just revenge for Ryan, for Sophia, for every duped family. Phase 1, Shadow Ops. Hawks parked Harleys in sight of Victoria's McMansion, silent sentinels. No threats, just eyes that screamed, we know. She unraveled quick-peeking curtains, skipping events. Alex hacked her smart home, lights strobing at 2 a.m., TVs blaring Ryan's old interviews, speakers whispering his questions. Paranoia gnawed her raw. When Victor tried muscling a lone hawk, the club swarmed 24 strong. You broke our sister's arm, Jake warned. Pray we forget. Victor bailed, phoning Victoria. These guys are ghosts. They know too much. Sophia, cast and all, blogged on via voice-to-text, her audience exploding. This attack proves they're hiding bodies literally, she wrote. To crank the heat, Alex faked a pipe burst by the fountain. Crews dug in. Victoria freaked, micromanaging shovels like her life depended on it. Whispers spread. What's she guarding? Neighbors turned. Board meetings turned hostile. Isolation hit harder than fists. Victoria's desperation peaked. Monitored calls showed her plotting extremes cleanup crews, hits. Jake flipped Victor with dirt. Victoria's history of offing loose ends. She's next for you, Jake said over coffee. Victor caved, handing recordings. Victoria ordering Sophia's hit, confessing Ryan's murder. Had to silence him before he ruined me. Her voice cracked on tape. Gold. The trap. Victor lured her to the fountain at midnight, feigning panic. The Hawks know about Ryan got him move the body. She bit, spilling on wire. How she bashed Ryan after he confronted her with proof of $4.2 million siphoned. Buried him deep with lime under the roses. Live streamed to 60,000 viewers, chat erupting in horror. Midnight air chilled as Victoria arrived, shovel in hand, wild-eyed. Victor played bait. She confessed again, details pouring. Jake emerged from shadows. You hurt family. Big mistake. Alex filmed. Betrayal dawned. She drew a pistol, aiming at Victor. If I fall, you all do. Time slow. Jake's flashbang blinded her, shot wild. He tackled, zip-tied. Sirens wailed. Cops swarmed, briefed. Ryan's remains unearthed that night. 6 months on, federal court sealed it. Life without parole for murder, plus years for fraud. $9 million clawed back for victims. Sophia's blog. National sensation, book deal, Hulu series. Me? Promoted to fraud-busting lead engineer. Thunderhawks? Community guardians now, partnering with PD. Alex's firm exposes scams legally. Willow Creek Healed Association axed. Fees slashed. Fountain renamed Ryan Thompson Integrity Plaza. Victoria rots in Max SEC, watching docs on her crimes, still denying blame. Her silence bid? Backfired spectacularly, turning Sophia into a legend. Was vigilante justice the only way, or should the system have stepped up sooner? Did the bikers cross lines, or were they heroes in leather? Would you call in family muscle if the law failed you? Drop your take below. Did Victoria deserve worse? Hit like if this gripped you. Subscribe for more raw tales of truth fighting back. What secrets lurk in your town?